What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa. You know, it's sad that when you have to deal with scams and crookedness, prejudice, and people who just want to take land. We know in America, we have our black farmers there in Colorado who are trying to do their own business and being chased out by local white supremacists who don't want them there, who had to endure being arrested, their animals being killed, and it's all a scare tactic to get their land taken. You know, Ghana. I've been hitting on Ghana. I've had some good news about Ghana and bad news about Ghana. I said I'm gonna keep it with the good, the bad, and the different to report. I want y'all to check out this video, and I'll be back.
We were driving past this place, so this is Cape Coast. Not quite sure what's happened. They've just come and knocked somebody's building down, just like that. It's crazy. So apparently the people who sold the land to him are saying his lease is up, but we all know he hasn't been here for as long as they're saying. They're saying 50 years is up, but we know he hasn't been here for 50 years. And people are here looting it, like looting what they can out of the building. This is so sad and so tragic. And you know, if this person who owns this place has been treated unfairly, then there really is no justice in this country. And that is tragic, and that is really sad, and it just breaks my heart.
Some years passed. The government came and government went, like I said. And one particular government that came took ownership of this property. So therefore, this land would be managed by the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly, because the government, the central government, wouldn't come and do certain activities, because this is a state-owned property. Therefore, it is the local government, the CCMA, that overlooks the activities of this property. Speaking to an elder who grew up here, he said that in the 70s, the government of Ghana owned this property, gave out a lease to one solicitor or barrister called Emil Short. Emil Short, most of you, if you Google him, he became the commissioner of Shraj, children, blah, 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 that kind of thing. So he managed this place, and he introduced a club, a nightclub, where we called it Cupid. The government was also trying to introduce Ghanaians building with raw materials that are made here on the motherland. So the government started a project called APROTEC, Appropriate Housing Technology or something like that. So they started from here, which is where we now call Asatipa. This place was called APROTEC. After a while, the nightclub became a little bit down. It was slow. People were not really coming around until 1999 thereabout. This property was leased to another group of people with a company called BIS, who came from Israel, or they are Israelis, from the statement that was made on air. So these Israelis came through, got this place for 50 years. In the documentation that was given out, they were supposed to pay an amount of 5,000 Ghana cedi for 50 years. 5,000 Ghana cedi. This whole place was given out for 5,000 Ghana cedis. I know you would love to convert that in your currency. Yes. So the 5,000 Ghana cedi was asked to be paid for the 50 years lease. Now, only 1,000 was paid. These things that I'm telling you is by fact and findings from the Inkum people, and then sources from a reportage that was made on this property on the day of demolition. Now, out of the 5,000 cedis that was supposed to be paid, only 1,000 was paid. In the documentation, there was a clause that stated that after 25 years, there would be a renegotiation. Now, the CCMA And then this company, BIS company, after the renegotiation, decided not to continue with the deal. Now, the issue has to do with why are they not doing that? Why don't they want to come together again and continue this deal? A letter that I read stated that there was a breach in contract. Yes, there was a breach in contract. And now that breach stated that the 5,000 Ghana cedi that was supposed to be paid hasn't been paid from 1996 up till now. The yearly rent that the Israelis who own the company BIS was supposed to be paying the yearly rent, they refused to pay. The idea to which they came here to collect or get this property has not been materialized. So after a couple of years, there was an agreement with them to sit and talk about how best they could move on with this property. But I guess one or two parties didn't come. I saw a letter when I came here, and the letter is coming from CCMA. It was a notice that says that you've been given this breach of contract, and persons involved in this situation are supposed to meet the CCMA, and it looks like there wasn't any meeting coming from this party. So that letter that came here stated that after 30 days, if they don't hear anything from the party, they would come and demolish this place. This is a fact-finding situation. We are looking at the best way to inform the public that it is not the mindset of any Ghanaian to intimidate any African American or any African diaspora.